This episode of Shop Talk is sponsored by Realtor Kenneth Johnson, a committed, passionate, and result-driven realtor who prides himself on meeting and exceeding clients' expectations. You can contact Kenneth at 803-410-0976. Jeffery Lampkin's Country Boy Kitchen. It's like a Sunday afternoon at Grandma's house. Visit their website at www.lordsoulfood.com for location information and to order online. Intriguing Escapes with Ked and Mo, helping you create memories one trip at a time. Contact Ked and Mo to book your next vacation. Their website is www.intriguingescapeswithkedandmo.com and also Facebook page Intriguing Escapes with kedandmo.com. They offer low deposits and payment plans. Jerome Robinson MMA of Team Robinson MMA, a safe training environment that will enable students of all ages and backgrounds to grow physically and mentally. You can visit their website at www.imteamr.com for more information. Train So Hard University, where it's just not a movement, it's a lifestyle. You can contact myself, Xcalibur Miller, on Facebook, or my Instagram, The Miller Experience, or you contact my brother, T. Miller, on Facebook, or on Instagram, prodigalson36. How has social media changed the work ethic of today's generation? Doobie, how has it changed?
Social media, how has it
social
changed work ethic?
I'm going to say this, hold on. I remember Joe Burrow made a comment about don't post it, just do it. Like these guys putting their workout videos, you know, our receivers on Instagram doing their drills and all that. Then some of them came and catch a cold butt naked in the snow.
You know, still like, doing it though.
Yeah, they're still doing it. He said, stop doing it. Just do it behind the scenes and work.
But why?
Because you look at it, the great ones, they don't really post it.
Social media is making everything look easy.
Easy, yeah.
It's making it look, you got a athlete, because Doobie and some of his friends did a workout video, but when somebody looks at it, they think that 30-minute of workout gets you to where you at. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they're not looking at the behind the scenes or, like you said, from 7 to 11 every day.
Let me tell you something. I mean to cut you off. I literally seen this twice. It was a guy coming to the gym. He just racked it up. I think he had like 4 or 5 on the bench. Had his phone set, videotaped it, he benched it, got up, walked out.
So all he did was the little 2-minute workout.
That's it.
So he could post it.
So he could post it.
You know
had a girl come in. You know how y'all women do, right? When y'all get finished working out, he get finished working out. I lie to you not. Seen a woman do this too. Come in the gym, she went to the bathroom, all of a sudden her face got wet. Went out, left.
So really not working out, but it was what people think.
Put that work in.
I
put that work in today.
Yeah, that's more
than the actual work.
Yeah.
So that leads to just like I've heard it say, the microwave society, where people don't understand the work it puts in, the work it takes to put in to make that mac and cheese. All they see is you heat it up for 30 seconds, and it's good. Well, how did they get there? What, you know? In today's generation, they don't understand that.
Yo, that's really a very good point. But how do you get people to realize that there's still work that needs to be done, and it don't happen? And that's just like a crime show. You don't solve no murder in an hour.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, how many people, us in law enforcement, how many people come to us and say, well, can't you do? No, I can't. I cannot.
Can't, man, yeah.
No, I cannot. And that generation, and I'm kind of happy about this because, again, my kids are 30 and below, so they still kind of, they'll call me. They won't even call me. Cash App. Can I get $50?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? My son hit me up one time. He said, and that leads
That's
to
the life.
you teach.
Wow.
Yeah, that leads to you teach a kid or you teach a man how to fish. You feed him for a lifetime. My son texts me and he say, "Hey Dad, can you pay for a pizza for me and have it delivered?" And I'm in a whole nother state.
Yeah.
And how old you said he is again?
At this time he was 26. No.
I'm waiting
That's
for
a
it.
nigga.
Like that's the truth. That's
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah. Now,
Because
don't-
I get a text
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. My son, all my kids, they work hard. They develop the work ethic to where, I got one there in Delaware. He travels to work,
Okay.
and my daughter, she left her full-time job recently to help her mom with her business because she's doing 3 different things,
Oh,
and she's learning that to
Take
keep
it to the
growing
next
and
level.
just
Yeah.
take things over.
Yeah.
And my other sons work. They got good work ethics, but that text that just gets me
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah.
hey.
I see.
Well,
Not
if it
even a
makes you
phone call,
feel
just
any
Yeah,
better.
not even phone call. They
Right.
ain't
If it
asked how I
makes
was
you
doing.
feel any better, I
Yeah.
have one living in Savannah that does that.
Yeah.
I gotta ask my brother a question.
What you got, man?
I'm
What you
sorry, I
got?
gotta ask you a question.
What's up, man?
Do
You
you
got the
realize
gym?
do you realize the irony in what you said
What's that?
about the workouts and stuff?
What's that talking about? You just come in there and bench press and
No,
look?
not just coming in and bench press now. Okay, we both know that is also a vehicle to something else. When you see those women coming in and they just taking pictures and stuff, you get enough thirsty men.
Yeah,
to
I
click-
know that. That's
Let
what
me
I'm saying. Yeah.
let me finish the thought.
It's a real conversation.
You get enough thirsty men to click like on that and
Yeah.
comment on it.
And that
Guess
done
what?
boost them.
Somebody will want her to promote a product or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Culture
if
influencer.
if she fits the mold everywhere else that they want,
Yeah.
because now she's building a following and they don't have to promote her.
Yeah.
Now, whether it makes sense or not, to some of us it doesn't. To some of us it doesn't. To companies it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's less money they have to spend on promoting them.
Now, see, the aspect when I was talking about that, the aspect I was coming from was the work ethic. Like for me and you, an example. When we post videos, shit, we done did about 5 or 6 sets
But guess
before
what?
we go to our PR.
That dude that put that 400 up
Yeah.
with ease. Guess what? He
I
done
didn't
put
say it
some-
was ease.
the average person not
Coming
putting.
from the guy that held a truck back from leaving a scene, 400 pounds ain't nothing.
But yeah.
Okay. I didn't say it was with ease, but the average person isn't lifting 400 pounds.
Yeah.
So that person did put some work in. Okay, is it on him to teach people, okay, you don't just come in the gym and lift 400 pounds?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That person better find out how he did it if that person isn't teaching you.
Yeah.
The same way me and you learned how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may drop jewels and stuff on how to do it, but it ain't on everybody to do that.
Yeah, but if he had at least at the end of that say, hey, come in and put your work in every day and you can do or something. Because what the generation is getting is
It's just
I
easy.
can easily do that.
Yeah.
I can
They
easily
don't
do
want
that.
to see talking.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question. So
Let's be real.
with you guys, if you did a 2-minute video, right? It doesn't take a genius to look at the video and say, those guys putting in work. You can see the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I was gonna ask the guy that came in and what, does it look like he putting in work?
A little. Yeah. I mean, if you benching 400, you putting in work. But the thing that got me was I literally seen him walk in. I seen him rack it up. He did it. Grab his tripod and his phone and walk back out. That the part that got me. Like, you know, I was just thinking like,
you being the type of person that you do both.
yeah.
You show it,
Yeah.
but you have put in work. You didn't come in for a Photoshop.
Yeah.
You see what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. That's what pretty much I was saying, like the work ethic.
Yeah.
Obviously, he got work ethic, but
See,
sometimes you know people doing it for a gram. We always talk about that. There's certain things people do in the gym, and you know it's for the gram. You know it's for the gram. It's just for attention. It's just like perfect example. I think young people use social media as a form of, how should I say it? I never understood this. Maybe you can help me out with this. Let's say you mad at your mama. Oh, I decided to block my mama from Facebook, unfollow her. But you know you're going to see your mama that day. What's the point of that?
I ain't never did that.
But people do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, like one of your friends. You ain't never did it, but I know people done that. I know people that been upset with somebody, probably at work, whatever
And
they
you can tell
do.
by their post. Is
Yeah,
that what you're
by
saying?
either
They-
talking
I
or they
think-
stop or they block the person from the page, but you know in 24 hours you're gonna see them again.
You're right, because I feel like my friend do that. All
Yeah.
my friends do that. I feel like they do that to show their mama, their dad, or whoever they block that they mad at. They
What's the
want
point
them.
of that?
They want them to know because they really not mad.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, man. That's like Kyler Murray.
It's that passive aggressive stuff.
Okay, so for example, that happened to me. This wasn't a child or a family member, but somebody wanted to express themselves about me, and so they put the post. Yeah, you know, you put the post. You even said my name, and it had something to do with my job. You said my name, but I look back because you know I'm an investigator, so I immediately go to my investigation skills. You posting it because now people sharing it with me. Like, look what this person put. Look what this person put. So I go back and to see if you're my friend, and you were my friend, but immediately you deleted me. So I'm saying that to say you really didn't want me to see what you posted. You didn't want me to know. You wanted everybody else to think that you were the gangster. But if you had something to say and wanted me to know, you'd have kept me as your friend, and you would have tagged me in it. You know, you'd have let it come straight to me. You really didn't. It wasn't for me. It was for everybody else.
It's to look.
It really wasn't for me.
It's not to be.
Right.
Again, you're really not.
You hit on putting the work in, but I think that social media, at the end of the day, it's not even common sense. They don't understand until they get there the amount of work that goes into it. In 2006, I was in a horrific accident. I was down to 161 pounds at 6'3". And so you could see my bones through everything. I'd lost so much weight, broke one leg, went through an awful divorce, and all kinds of things happened. And one day I just woke up and I said, I want to be that guy right there. I can remember it was early on when I first met that man right there. I had 400 pounds on the bench. And people were like, how are you doing that? I mean, you see the size of the guns.
That was in my
brothers
prime.
right here.
That was in my prime, man.
Yeah. Man. I remember him in his prime. I mean, he would rip through every shirt he wore, for real. So, but people looked at me. I wasn't that big, but I was, you could see, I was built, but I was strong. And guys were looking at me like, how is that dude lifting 400 pounds? And doing it like that. I'm not going, oh, you go. I'm just dumping it. And I said, because I'm in here every day. I'm in here for 2.5 hours. And I'm working my muscles, and I'm letting them rest. I'm eating right. I mean, they don't understand all the work that goes in. And when social media puts it out there, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to have this protein shake, and I'm going to work out for 30 minutes, and yeah, I'm buff. The same thing applies to kids. It applies to adults and everything. The common sense doesn't kick in. Almost stupidity kicks in. Because I can remember when my Gavin, he was talking about he's going to be a YouTuber because they make millions.
Some influencers do. They do.
One out of what, a million kids that actually make it and make that money. Let's stick with reality. You go to school, you go to college, you have a degree, so you have something to fall back on. If you want to chase your dreams, I'm all for it.
Hey, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you say your son's talking about being a YouTuber.
Years back.
Let me tell you something, man. I watch some of the stuff my daughter watch. These people got millions of views of. They just sitting at the house playing toys.
Yeah, it's like
Hey guys,
eating,
man. I'm like, yo. I'm looking at the views. I'm like, are you serious?
They're serious.
And you like specific stuff that they make, like some of the stuff that you try to make after you saw it on,
I'm like, wow. Hey, one thing I wanted to say, Doobie, one thing I am proud of you about, because your mom was telling about things you do for people and homelessness and everything. I'm glad you're not posting that.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm glad you're not posting that. Keep that energy. Because if you post it, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. I feel like if you're posting it, you're doing it for attention.
For attention, views.
Yeah. So yeah, keep that. I'm proud. I didn't even know that.
Exactly.
I didn't either, and that's why I said I'm sure your mom is very proud
We
of
be
you.
in the car, we could be driving down the road, me and his dad, we taking him to something, and we spot it immediately.
You ready to turn off?
Like
you already know.
And we start doing
They
like
looking
this.
in the review. They looking in the mirror to see if I'm looking.
And he be like,
That's good.
But
good.
that falls into being humble. Yeah. You're not out there bragging, I do this, this, and this. You just do it because that's who you are. Like your mom said, that's who you are. So people don't know that unless they take the time to get to know who you are.
I saw one. I saw one
That's
just
amazing.
yesterday. Just yesterday, what you said, and the person I am, I just broke it down to myself. And I'm gonna break it down for the viewers now. Guy got a stack of money, right? Y'all watch this. He run up to some people sleeping outside.
Start
He got
throwing it on them?
huh?
You start throwing it on them?
No. He had a stack of money, and he runs up to him. He said, hey, and wakes him up and gives him $100 a piece. You got a stack of money, you only get him $100? Let me break it down for you viewers. It's tax season. He wanted to post something, right?
Yeah.
So what'd he do? That stack of money, he only gave it to 100 people. It won't nothing add on to it, where he went to another group of people and did whatever. He didn't go in a grocery store and buy, the single mothers, buy their groceries or any of that. No, why? Because he can only afford $200 from that whole $1,500 that he had from his taxes. And he had a couple of $100 bills too. He made sure he had some 20s to count out, 20, 40, 60, and get him $100. The rest of it was all singles to make that stack, right? And now he going back home to explain to his girl why he done lost $200.
with them $200.
Yeah, $200. Yeah, I gave it away, see? Yeah. And then he posted. Then it's on TikTok. And everybody in society, the younger generation thinking, oh, he got the dreads, he got the jeans. He ain't had a shirt, because if he was like that, his drawers wouldn't have been showing, because we beyond that. He ain't had the shoes, and we never saw his car, because I promise you it was a Honda Accord, probably like a 2004 or something like that. It won't nothing new. That's what I'm saying. So, like you say, the work this new generation don't see is what's behind the scenes. You don't see him working at Sonic and McDonald's to make that money. You see him tax season, walking up to some homeless people and giving them $200 and keeping the rest $100.
Check this out, though. One thing I want to touch on is something you said to him. You said, one thing that we've established is that he has respect from his peers and they'll follow him. So would it necessarily be bad for others to see him giving to the community, because he knows his intentions? One thing I think we're doing is we're worrying too much about the perception of the people that's watching. Because if your automatic perception, now, some things are obvious, like what you just described, but some things are innocent, and there's nothing behind it. Sometimes other people have to see you doing something regardless of why they do it, as long as it gets done. You know your true intentions of why you're helping. I think we worry too much about whether somebody gonna think it's fake or not, or whether they're trying to be cocky.
And I think what you said, you meant for your individual feeling. Like, if I gotta do something,
Yeah, it's
if I'm
coming
gonna
from
do
your
something,
heart.
it's from your
It's coming
heart,
from
like
your heart,
what his
yeah.
motive is. So you have a lot of people who do things and they post everything. So now that goes to show what you got to worry about. Like, what's your interpretation gonna be? Like, am I really doing this because my heart says do it, or am I really doing it so that the people could see? So you meant individually.
Yeah, individually.
But
Also,
I
I'm thinking
understand.
of
I like you. You dissect a lot of stuff. I like that.
Yeah. But then I'm also thinking about from the person point of view that's receiving it. If I'm homeless or whatever, and I see Doobie come to give me some money, but he got a camera behind him, I'm gonna be like, oh man, I'm already down. I'm definitely be in a sunken place more. That's just how I'm
Well,
thinking.
it depends. And not, okay, I get that. But we can't just personalize everything. Yeah. The person, because you're not homeless. Yeah. So you can say that. You have money, so you can say that. But that person that doesn't have that may think totally different, because he needs that 100. regardless of why he did it. Regardless of why he did it. Yeah, it's effed up that he did it that way. But you gonna tell me that person when they woke up, wasn't happy they saw that $100? Yeah. Let's stop. A lot of times, you know, we'll think that we're saying, and with all due respect, we'll think that we're saying something, whereas we can actually be discouraging a lot of people from doing a lot of positive things and not reaching the amount of people that you can actually reach.
If I can add in my 2 cents when regards to what I believe how the internet or social media itself has affected the work ethic of students or people in general, and I guess I deal with it from a teacher's perspective, is I feel it has major consequences and major benefits all at the same time. It's a medium of information, right? And you have some people that goes and shares information, and it's like, okay, for instance, I'm working out, this is what you could do too. It's positive, it's motivating. Then you have people sharing trauma. Oh, my man get on my nerve, all this drama, you know what I'm saying? Not trauma, but drama. And then people like, man, I ain't dealing with no man, I'm sick of it, you know? And then you have other couples on there sharing good moments, and like, oh, they think you get what I'm saying? So you can't win for losing because of perception. You gotta share it and let the naysayers or the celebrators fall where they fall. But in regard to specifically the work ethic, I think in a pursuit of learning how to work smarter, they have lost their true work ethic. It's no grit to this generation. It's like, if I can't do it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not willing to press past my failure and do it until I'm able to comprehend it or to achieve it or whatever the case is, because they make it look easy. It's not easy to me, so I'm not just going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't come that way, you know, and I think, unfortunately, it has caused, especially the younger kids, to just get so caught up with the opinions of others that, you know, it's a whole nother level, because now if someone has a negative response to something that I post, now I don't even want to go further. I don't even want to try harder. I don't, you know, and so they don't have, at the bottom line, they don't have any grit. You know, they are so concerned about what others are saying that they don't press past anything, and they are so concerned about others' opinions that they internalize it, you know, and it shapes the way that they perceive themselves, you know, and that's a sad place. I believe that's the reason why we have so many suicides in our youth today, is because of this social media platform.
Now,
you know?
Now, how much of it is our fault?
It is
okay.
Majorly our fault.
Because remember at one point, in
Are
our
we all
generation,
parents?
Yeah. In our generation, when we were coming up, I remember in our mid-20s, I never said it, but I had friends that would say it. I'm gonna make sure my kid got what I never had. And what do you have to do that? They can't work. I got it. Mm-hmm. No, I got it. No, I got it.
Exactly.
I got it.
Exactly.
They got Jordans, they got Levi's, all this from 6 to 16. And they haven't done a thing. They haven't swept the floor.
Yeah.
They haven't washed a dish. They haven't done anything but go sit down and watch TV. I got it. Because I got to hurry up and get this done before I go to work.
That's it.
And I got to work 2 jobs
that's it.
in order to get this done.
That's true, but I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit. Just a little. I'm
I was
going to
about
tell you
to
why.
ask you, yeah.
Don't work for nothing, right? But my belief is his only job now is to be a kid. You know, so many times we as adults put adult stuff on kids.
Absolutely.
That's true. That's true. Now, that's the difference. That's the difference. Because you do have those that he has to be a child, but he has child responsibilities. His responsibility is to clean his room, you know, when he's 8. His responsibility is to put his clothes out to be washed when he's 8. It's not his responsibility to worry about, like you say, adult things.
But you got kids who parents allowed them to work. My oldest son worked when he was in high school because he didn't have anything else going on. You know what I'm saying? Like he worked. My daughter, she didn't work. I didn't allow her to because she was in the same position as him. I just think I don't want him to worry about, I got to go to work because I got to help my mom and my dad buy my clothes, or I got to help. You don't have to help me be a parent. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I do believe in teaching responsibilities.
Yes.
I'm with you. His responsibilities are to be in school on time, be where you need to be where you say you're going to be, and do what you're supposed to do. That's his job.
The problem is, when our generation started that, they didn't make sure that was done.
Right.
So that rolled over to our kids, and our kids nowadays, they've got that lazy streak, and they're not doing that for their kids. So it all.
And then if you think about it, I'm just looking, not calling any names or any specific people. Kids that are really, really working, like hard working. I see some teenagers working hours that adults work. Look at their family life. Like they're working. Some of them are working harder than the parents.
Yeah. And I more agree with you. I agree with the part that you said as far as having having to have the maturity of an adult before your years. That should not be, because I shouldn't have to think about if I can't have allowance because mommy got to pay the light bill, and so because you get thinking about it from a mindset of lack. And anytime you're thinking from it from that perspective, a poverty mentality kind of becomes your way, your schema, you know, and I don't think that needs to be the case. However, I do believe that I have to teach you to be a man before you leave my house. I think you need to know how to maintain your environment and keep it clean, and be able to know how to separate your clothes. And like my son is about to be 13, so he wants to learn how to cook. So now he knows how to fry an egg and do a pancake and throw the bacon in the air fryer, and so he knows how to look. He gonna make sure I do it when I'm there, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't had no problem. But at the same time, like, my wife is the main person that keeps the house clean and organized. But I say, Jordan could do that. You know, my son, he can do that. He can mop that floor and do. Yeah, but I got it. No, it's not about you having it now.
Let me tell
it's
you,
about when.
my wife does this. I say the same thing, but she want it done right.
But how are they going to learn?
I tell her that. She don't want to monitor them because she want it done right.
That's my thing. She always, it has to, and even when I do it, I don't do it right. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be trained. He is.
and right. And that's, but see, that's where social media comes in at. See, because my kids coming up, Dad, they got the new shoes out, but I want them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, son, it took you 15 seconds to ask me for a pair of shoes. But it took me 15 days for you to get that room clean. So you got 15 more days to make sure that room's straight, and then I think about getting the shoes.
That's it.
With social media, this is what's going on. Mom, I want this and I want that. All right, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't did nothing.
Nothing.
They ain't even bought home a seat. Yeah, they ain't even bought home a seat.
I'm going to say this.
I'm telling you, it's sad.
I think how you raise your kids and the lessons that you teach them will always be there with them. So I'm saying this like I said, he always asks to work, but tell me when from 7 to 11, where would he have time to work? But he always asks because that's what his friends do. But I think, God forbid, if something happens to me or his dad today, I believe that what we instilled in him I believe this to be there. Like, you get what I'm
model
saying?
it enough.
I
So we
model
all,
it
we all
enough.
agree on one thing, and I don't know if y'all caught this. It all starts at home. We all have to lead by example, and we each have our own standards. You know, like I agree with you. My son does not work. Dad will take care of everything, but these are requirements for Dad to take care of everything. You will maintain this grade point average. You will go this route. You will let us know where you're at. Live 360 never gets turned off. If I call, you answer the phone. You know, those standards are all in place, and you have those same standards with him. He's not going to work. I don't want him to worry about that. However, if he doesn't conform to your standards, then you've got a different avenue to go.
And I'm going to use this for example. I had a friend, the kids, apparently the kids in the community or in Manning were going to a barn fire or something that one of their peers was having. And my best friend asked me, like, what is Doobie, like, what did you give, her son was going, did you give Doobie a curfew? Doobie does not have a curfew. Let me tell you why Doobie don't have a curfew.
Man, you lucky.
No, listen, no, it ain't luck. It's because of what he knows what I'll allow or what I won't allow. This kid knows what time to come in my house. You kind of get what I'm saying? I don't have to put a 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock time on you when 11:30 you in the house. He's not required a curfew now. For instance, last night I got finished with my track meet and I called him and I was like, you didn't answer the phone, where are you? And he told me where he was. And he was like, well, why are you mad? I was like, I'm not mad or whatever. And I just, I didn't want to talk. I was like, you know what, I'll talk to you later. Maybe an hour later, he texts me to say, I'm sorry, I should have told you where I was. So all the beating down and the, some kids required, some kids, thus far,
Right.
keep them crossed. I'm doing a good job.
But see,
You
it's
know
just
your
like,
child.
yeah, you learn that, and it's just like going to work. I'm not gonna have my supervisor's not gonna call me every day. Where you at? No, it's required for me to be there at a certain time.
You know what's expected.
I know what's expected. But again, in society, these kids, we tell the kids, put the phone down while we eat dinner. Put the YouTube down while we eat dinner. But what do? The kids sit there to YouTube, parents don't say anything else to them.
So I'm going to laugh because he was sitting here with his phone earlier before we started, and I was getting really, like, irritated, right? But you know what I told him? I had to laugh, and he kind of looked at me, and I was like, I'm over here bothering you about your phone to look at him.
Yeah. Well, my notes. I just want you to know my notes is in my phone. I'm sorry. I can show you my notes,
I guess
Mama.
that's a
I can show you my
mom
notes.
in me. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. But I'm sitting here like.
But guess what he did? You might not have noticed that, but I did. Because like you say, he was.
Because I feel like you're not paying attention.
Right.
That's right.
At the appropriate time.
That's right.
At the appropriate time, he was here. He was in his seat. His phone was down. You ain't had to say nothing to him.
Can I
just
say
think
something?
Y'all saved him.
Yeah.
Look, tell me, y'all, look, the three of y'all saved
Well,
him.
I'm
Because I was
glad.
about to chop that neck.
It's just a respectful thing to do.
Yeah.
We were here for a reason.
Yeah.
You get to know who you're going to speak with. Take that few extra minutes, not texting or calling your buddy or being on Facebook. Take the few extra minutes early because I'm always, I think if I'm not early, I'm late. So because you want to meet people, you want to talk to people. Last time I seen him, I told him I was going to whip his tail in Walmart.
Oh, yeah, that's about to be an issue, man.
Hey,
I
bro.
look at him real quick, see who he was.
Bro, and I'm surprised you didn't say anything about this when it came to the work and how important it is. Now, what you're saying, I totally get it, and I agree with it. But one thing, like with my brother and I, we've been working.
Oh, yeah, I was about to letting everybody talk. I know what you was about to say.
We've been working since about 8. We always had a job. Our grandparents owned 2 daycare centers, and so we would do the cleaning at both centers. We had transportation to get there, but we would walk to both centers, and I did that up until I went to high school and moved to Jacksonville. So, but one thing it taught us, because they had the means to give us whatever we wanted. But they wasn't. We had to earn it.
Yeah.
Now, when we worked, it wasn't to provide for nobody else. Wasn't even provide for ourselves. But anything we wanted, we had to use that money, and it would require us to save a certain amount also. So that teaches you the basic value of a dollar and know what it takes to get it. Now, there's a lot of kids that has things given to them and they don't learn any values, period. So as they become adults, they think that things are just going to be handed to them, or they get their money and there's no responsibility with the money. I think it had a major effect on my view of money.
That's why we got the hustler mentality we got now. That's why we keep grinding the way we do now, because of that. Y'all remember that? It's a church now, right? What's the name of that church? They used to be the old daycare on Hugger Street.
Oh, you talking about Fresh Fire?
Yeah, yeah.
In the summertime, 100-degree weather. Y'all see that field out there, right?
Oh no.
We
Y'all
push
cutting that field?
Push mode.
Pushing,
Ooh,
taking
my
turns.
brother. He do half, I do the other half. And I went in big brother mode. Sometimes I act like,
Yeah. And then
You know, I didn't work. When I was growing up, I didn't work as a teenager. My sister did. I didn't. And I'm not sure, I don't know where I got it from, but I got a hustle mentality. I'm always working. I'm always, again, that is 7 to 11. We busy all the time. And I don't know where I got it from, but my kids know it's there. Like you have nothing to see but that. And like I said, my oldest son worked when he was in high school, and he works. He a worker. Like even today, he always pushing it. Daughter didn't work, and yeah, you know, she the daughter, you know.
Yeah.
That's a whole different story.
I got
That's a
3 of
whole
them.
different story.
I understand.
Yeah, but
Get a
yeah,
high value
absolutely
man,
what you
she's
say,
straight.
yeah.
You know.
All right.